Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Miss Bernstein, I'm your therapist for today. And I would like for everyone to introduce themselves, and we'll start with you.
I'm Annie, and this is my husband, John. I am 43 years old. We've been married now for about 15 years.
Okay.
15 years, and then I guess we're here today because of Marlene. She looks as excited as always. She's just been having a few attitude problems.
Stop it.
John?
You said it all. We're here because Marlene is a handful.
Okay. How old are you, John?
I'm 45. Feels more like 60 though. She's taking years off my life.
Okay. And Marlene? How old are you?
I'm 16. Yeah, do the math.
All right. Everyone introduce themselves. What brings you all here today?
Well, she's had some grades that have been slipping. She used to get, I guess, B's, low A's, some high C's, but recently she's been getting more D's, more F's, skipping school a few times, and when we try and ask what's going on, she just smarts off to us.
She's too nice. She skipped school more than a few times. We got a truancy letter in the mail that they thought we were keeping her at home.
We almost got in trouble for it.
And she told us it's our own problem. I put her on the bus every day. She gets off the bus and she goes somewhere. I don't know where. Probably with some boys. You know how girls are.
She just won't talk to us.
And when she does talk, it's rude.
Well, at least I didn't cheat on Mom.
See? Just like that. It's always Dad's fault.
Okay. Dad, would you like to talk about, in reference with what Darlene said about cheating on Mom?
I mean, we had our own share of problems, but that doesn't affect her in the least. Our marriage is not her concern. We are great parents. She just doesn't appreciate what we do for her.
We have tried protecting her from everything. I mean, she's been, for the most part, staying out of it. You know, I would think that through everything we've been through as a family that she's actually been pretty clean throughout all of it. Shouldn't have affected her like it did, especially now. I mean, we're starting to work things out, and now she wants to come along and start the attitude, and just not really sure where it's coming from.
Okay. All right, Mom, what are you in there trying to work out? What is?
Well, I mean, we've gone through things in the family. I got addicted to heroin a few years back. Got clean about 6 months ago. Went to rehab, and when I get out of rehab, I find out that he's been having an affair for about a month then, and I guess he's ended it now, as far as I know. But we've been working through it pretty well.
All right, Dad, response to Mother.
This is the love of my life. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I made a mistake, but you try dealing with, you got kids?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you know that teenage girls, they are not a good time. I was alone with her all day, every day. Everything's my fault. She doesn't like what I cook. She doesn't like our house. She doesn't like what's on TV. She's always angry. There's only so much I could deal with. So I went out, I had a couple drinks, I went home with this woman. Shit happens.
Well, and I wasn't there for a while. I mean, John never learned how to. His father never learned how to take care of
She
John.
sent me to the grocery store to buy these things called tampons. You know what it's like to be a 45-year-old man in the grocery store trying to buy tampons?
It's the most dramatic dad ever.
I'm just trying to help out.
Okay. Mom, how do you feel about Dad's cheating?
I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with how he was raised. His parents kind of had a similar relationship. They went through a rocky patch every now and again, and I guess maybe he never knew what a husband was. But when your mom, goes out and gets hooked on heroin, what can you expect?
Okay. All right. And Lorena, what are your views about mom and dad's relationship as a whole? What are your views? How do you feel?
I wish they'd just leave me alone. I'd be crazy.
You know when's a good time to be alone? When you're at school, working on your school stuff. Instead of whatever you do all day when we send you to school. This is not the time. Take this.
Okay. All right. Today we're gonna do a geogram, and basically geogram is where we will do background information of the extended family, and then we'll start focusing on the nuclear family. And we're gonna start with the mom's side, and then I'll go with dad, and we'll go forth from there. Okay.
Sounds good, Doc.
All right. Here is mom and dad. Okay. Now, mom, how is your relationship with your mom and your dad?
Mom and I don't really talk too much right now. We
Okay.
had a falling out probably about 10 years ago. She was in and out of the family a lot. She actually was addicted for
Okay.
probably about most of my childhood. Mom got a divorce. But my dad and I, we talk a lot, probably once a week.
Okay.
We'll talk on the phone. He lives far away though, so I don't get to see him very often. But we'll talk about once a week.
Okay. All right. Now, John, how is your relationship with your mom and your dad?
My mom and dad are great. They live about 6 hours away. They've been happily married for 55 years. They're pretty cool. We usually go up there for Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving, depending on how tight money has been that year.
So, your relationship with your mom and dad is great.
Yep.
We don't talk.
Communication as well? I mean, do you communicate?
We talk when I'm gonna come up and visit.
That's the only time.
They don't talk that often, but when they do, it's nice conversations.
I called them on their birthday. I called them on Easter.
Okay. Well, Dad, tell me a little bit about your mom and dad relationship as a whole.
That's a fun story.
I mean, they got married young. They got pregnant with me when they were seniors in high school. They had me, you know. They had been together for a couple years at that point, so I didn't think it was that big a deal. But Mom always said it was hard raising a kid that young. Dad joined the military, went off for a couple of years. He had a couple of affairs. She seems to think that's why I'm the way I am. I don't really see a correlation, but ever since he, you know, got back, he hasn't deployed in the last 40 years, and they've been rock steady.
Well, I mean, if your dad cheated on your mom and then your mom kept taking him back, wouldn't you think that it was okay to cheat?
I think most men do it. Just because she found out about it, she thinks it's this whole big deal. But all my buddies cheat on their wives just don't know as many details.
Well, I could say that a lot of people jump off of bridges, but I wouldn't expect you to do that either.
Hush.
Dad, have you and Mom discussed or talked about the affair at all with each other?
I told her we just need to move on. No point talking about the past. It's not going to happen again as long as she stays off that dirt she's been putting in her body.
Well, I mean, I can only get so mad at him when I was gone, but I mean, it would be nice to have more conversations about it.
More conversation. So, Mom, you want to work the relationship out?
Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job so far. We've been through a lot. I put him through a lot, so I can't just leave the first time he messes up. Hopefully it's
No
the
reason
first
for you to
time.
leave. We got to keep the race. We cannot separate at all when she is going through all this.
Okay. Marlene, what are your views with your parents' relationship and what's going on now?
I don't care.
You don't care. So, how do you feel if Mom and Dad separate?
That would suck. Because, I don't Dad can't cook, but Mom can't either, so.
So what type of relationship would you like for mom to have? What's your ideal?
Well, I just wish they leave me out of their problems. Drives me crazy.
Alright.
Like, I hear them across the house. The whole block hears them yelling at each other. And then they're like, and then Mom comes running in my room crying, and I'm like, get out of my room.
You're supposed to be there for your mother when she's upset. She's there for you when you're upset.
I mean, every time you used to cry, you come to me and I would console you, so why can't I talk to you about things?
Because you're, like, supposed to be, I don't know.
John, you wanna join the group here?
Okay. So you guys fight a lot?
Lots of couples fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're more than any other couple that's been through heroin addiction and cheating and attitude-driven daughter.
Okay. Alright. What I would like for everyone to do, it's like a homework assignment. I want everybody to do something relaxing this week. You can go to the spa. You can do it together or you can just do it separate.
I'm not going to no spa.
Okay. Alright. What do you like to do for relaxation?
Even fishing?
How
I do
about
like
that?
to fish.
I do love to fish.
Marlene? Maybe fishing?
Sure.
I have to bring her fishing?
We can take her to the spa first.
Can I bring my boyfriend?
You can go to the spa first.
You
we'll
don't
drop
have a
you off.
boyfriend. Hush.
Okay. Well, just get together and come up with something that everybody agree upon that you can do. I think you all need to do it together as one instead of separate.
Oh, Doc.
As a family.
You want me to relax as a family?
Yes.
Ugh.
I think that will help. And while you're relaxing, or if, let's say for instance, if you're doing fishing, just talk about the therapy session that we have had today. Reflect back on it. And any emotions comes up, just elaborate on it with each other. And then in the next session, when you come back, we'll talk about those emotions and how you feel. Okay?
Okay.
Everybody willing to try?
We'll try.
Okay, all right.
Thank
Good to
you.
meet you. Thank you. Meet you. All right.